Beginning our countdown at number 10 is Gerald's Game. Released in 2017, this psychological thriller based on the Stephen King novel of the same name is about a couple named Gerald and Jesse that retreat to a secluded cabin to jumpstart their marriage. When Gerald handcuffs Jesse to the bed, he promptly dies from a heart attack. She is then trapped in a difficult situation where she must overcome many obstacles, including her own personal demons. The director, Mike Flanagan, does an effective job of taking a simple concept to make a tense and thrilling film. In at number 9 is the dark comedy crime drama, I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore. Released in 2017, the story is about a timid nurse, played by Melanie Lynskey, who has had enough after coming home to find out her home has been robbed. She joins forces with her socially inept neighbor, played by Elijah Wood, to hunt down the local burglar. While seeking their vigilante justice, they find themselves deep in a world they know very little about. At its core, this is a movie that examines the general struggles of life in a darkly funny and entertaining way. Coming in at number 8 is Bright, starring Will Smith and directed by David Ayer, who also directed Suicide Squad. Set in an alternate world, this 2017 fantasy crime thriller is about a Los Angeles police officer who teams up with a rookie cop in a world of both humans and mythical creatures. Despite receiving negative reviews from critics, it has become popular with viewers, becoming one of the most streamed programs ever on Netflix, and reportedly, a sequel is being developed. Regardless of what you've heard about Bright, it's worth watching and one of the best original movies on Netflix. In fact, the movie critics couldn't be more divided with the general public on this one. On Rotten Tomatoes, only 26% of the critics gave it a positive review, while users average 84% liking it. I don't know about you, but I tend to side with the general audience when compared with stuffy, uptight movie critics that think they know more than anyone else. It's not like critiquing movies is exactly rocket science. That's it for my rant. On with the countdown. In the number 7 spot is the Meyerowitz Stories. Released in 2017, this comedy drama film stars Adam Sandler, Ben Stiller, Dustin Hoffman, and Emma Thompson. The story revolves around 3 siblings, along with their interactions with their aging, egotistical father. If you normally don't enjoy movies involving Adam Sandler, this film just may be the exception. First They Killed My Father comes in at number 6. This 2017 biographical historical thriller, directed by Angelina Jolie, is about a human rights activist and her attempts to survive during the genocides in Cambodia in the 1970s. The story is told from the perspective of a 7-year-old girl as she is forced to be trained as a soldier while her siblings are sent to labor camps. Coming in at number 5 is The Fundamentals of Caring. Released in 2016, this comedy drama stars Paul Rudd as a retired writer who becomes the caretaker of a sarcastic, wheelchair-bound 18-year-old boy played perfectly by Craig Roberts. Together, they set out on a cross-country road trip to see famous roadside attractions and to meet the boy's father. So if you're in the mood for a heartwarming road trip flick, this just may be the film for you. In at number 4 is Okja. This action-adventure film, released in 2017, is about a young girl who cares for a large creature known as a super pig in the mountains of South Korea. When a major corporation ends up taking Okja to the United States, the young girl sets out on a mission to rescue the pot-bellied creature. The directing, acting, and cinematography are all top-notch. Just don't blame me if after watching this film, you decide to become a vegetarian. Before we get to the top 3, here are some honorable mentions that may be worth your time to watch. First Match, Tallulah, Set It Up, Cargo, Tramps, and the family-friendly Benji. Coming in at number 3 is Mudbound. This 2017 drama takes place in the racially divided state of Mississippi, just after World War II. The film depicts 2 veterans, one black and one white, that forge a friendship while dealing with racism and PTSD in their own way. The story showcases the brutal realities of the era in which they live. In the runner-up spot at number 2 is The Little Prince. This animated fantasy film was released on Netflix here in the United States as an original film in 2016. If you live outside the US, this movie may not be available in your region. The story is about an aging pilot who crash lands in the Sahara Desert and encounters a mysterious boy who claims to be an extraterrestrial prince. This just may be one of the best animated films to be released in years. The cast of voice actors is impressive, including Jeff Bridges, Rachel McAdams, Paul Rudd, Benicio del Toro, James Franco, Paul Giamatti, and many others. The Little Prince is one of those rare films the entire family can enjoy. Holding on to the same top spot as last year's video, Beasts of No Nation is still the best original movie to ever be released on Netflix. It also happens to be one of their first original films. This 2015 war drama, starring Idris Elba, takes place in West Africa. It's about a young boy that is recruited to become a child soldier during an African civil war after the death of his father. Elba, who plays a sadistic commander, teaches the boy to become a ruthless killing machine. Everything about this movie is great. It's well directed, the acting is top-notch, and the cinematography is fantastic. When Netflix released Beasts of No Nation, hopes were that the streaming service would be releasing more high-quality films like this in the future. But sadly, this film has ended up being the exception and not the norm. Thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. What is your favorite original movie on Netflix? Let us know about it in the comments. If you haven't done so already, subscribe and ring the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on the newest top 10s and other tech-related stuff from Tech Gumbo.